Go live. Beautiful. Beautiful. G'day guys, welcome back to this wonderful little digital portal to a New Zealand studio. I'm Seb and this is a very messy picture which we're starting our Monday on. Good for us. I need to just adjust this little YouTube camera though, because I'll put this back over here a bit more. There we go. Is that where we want it? I think that's where we want it. I think that's nice. That's nice. No, a bit closer. A little bit closer. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Nice. Alright. I think we're all sorted. Hello Luna. John, champion. My little sound thing, still broken. So, we're still dealing with sound. We have sound, but it's like just regular sound. So, it is what it is. But anyway, to start with, first lab, this picture here, I need to get some Indian inks in here. With which brush? This is going to be the question. Ooh, one of these two. One of these two, quite small, they'll do the trick just fine. Oh. I've been doing a bit of experimenting too. Couldn't help myself. This right here is a board. Not just any board. This is bamboo. And the cool thing about bamboo is, I mean, I've been playing with it with different gesso primers and things, but maybe you can see it if I put this against here, it actually holds its colour fantastically well in comparison to what we're currently doing as well. So I'll bring it closer, I'll show my scribbles on it. This is the bamboo board. You can see it's got that little bit of sheen on it. I added that to it. But the idea behind this is really light, but more importantly, very, very strong. And the most important factor for the move at all is because bamboo's much more sustainable. And cotton, canvas, not so much. But bamboo, this here, hard, tough, strong, and sustainable. So I'm excited about this. Hello, Mark, Carlos, and Kay. Hope you guys are doing well. Palm Springs, good for you, Mark. Right, lovely colours. Thanks, Trina. Appreciate you. And Ruben, hello. All right, I've made myself a little coffee here. We're going to start off low pressure. Low pressure. Get ourselves going steady. Indian ink first. See where that takes us. And hopefully it takes us somewhere fun, but we can never know. We can never know. Right. So the first thing that's going to come out from Indian ink, thanks Matt, I appreciate you. The first thing that's going to come out from Indian ink is detail. Indian ink is the blackest of the black. Now if you're going to use the blackest of the black, what's going to occur is you're going to lose your colour, lose your saturation, lose your expression, but what you're going to gain is detail. Black has this ability just to search for facts and form, and it will sacrifice any colour and expression to do so. But I like to sort of dance backwards and forwards between the blacks, between the colours, and find you cut that line. You cut that line between how much detail you want and how much expression you can get in the way of that, but how much you're willing to tolerate the loss of detail to wild colour. I'm willing to tolerate a lot, but hello Van, Dimitri, Nika, jeepers, we've got a whole clan in here. This is pretty fun. This is pretty fun. We've got 3 lovely people on YouTube. I'm streaming live to YouTube on my phone, but we've also got a lovely group here. Chad, how we doing? Alright Chad, I'm going to put a little bit of paint here and then I'm going to read your pun out. I recognise your name now. I know it's coming. I know it's coming. Let's have a little look-see. I took a job with the local wizard proofreading his scrolls. Oh, I took a job with the local wizard proofreading his scrolls. It was really more of a spell check. Well done, Chad. Well done. It's not art related, but it's well done. And hello, Jay Smith. Bebe, welcome from Malaysia. Good to have you here. Good to have you all here. If you missed it earlier, we're starting off with Indie Links. And we're just lathering them around the place. You're going to see how it's going to build a whole lot of detail into here. A whole lot of detail. Here we go. Here we are. Beautiful. Let me see, this is having a huge impact on those shadows and how well they appear. There we go. Jackson, what's good? Everything's good. And hello, Max. How we doing? Raylan from Massachusetts. Jeepers creepers, we've got some people here. You're going to get me shy in a second. Like that 7 News interview. God, I got shy in that. Here we go. A little bit in there. Beautiful. Hey, JB. Welcome in. It's not like you to be so early. JB's probably sitting there like, hey, I'm always early. Get off my back. There we go. Beautiful. Lovely. Yeah, be careful it's Indian ink too, because sometimes it goes on a wee bit thick, and then it will start to run. So you've got to make sure you put on the right amount. Not too much, not too little. Alex Panina, how we doing? Good to have you here. Ren, hello. There we go. Coming up around here. There's that black we're going to put in this tree here. Just up here. Boom, 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 boom. And up around here. Ooh, yes. Helping define that tree. Make it stand out. Using that black. That strong, strong definer. Sacrificing all else. Everything else. Try and get that form and detail. Here it's going to be a bit wild because this is all streaks. There we go. Let's get a bit more in here. Dancing around this part. Beautiful. And then probably some more work down here on our man. Our man. There we go. Up around here. And up around here. There we go. What time is it over here? Thanks, Chad. I appreciate you. And Nova, cheers. Now, the time over here is 1 p.m. So, you have me. You've got me. For probably a clean, bada bing bum boom, 4 or 5 hours. So we're going to hang out here. And I've got some exciting news, guys. There's a couple of subscribers in the room. This affects you, subscribers. I'll put this up though. Can I pin that? Sexy. Sexy. Guys, so the news is we're doing an NF... Spilled an unique on myself. Too excited. Idiot. Sorry. The news is we're doing an NFT drop. Wild. Now, it's only for subscribers. There's about 4 of us right now, I think. 4? 4 of us who have NFT wallets. And so there's going to be very, very few for the first drop. But basically, every now and again, instead of making the NFTs available to everyone, I thought, nah, let's just make the NFTs available to the subs. So that way, if you've got a wallet, post it in the Discord chat. If you didn't see the message, post it in the Discord chat. And I'm going to release them tomorrow night. So all you need to do is add your wallet in. I've got you covered on gas fees because you're the subs. It's all good. It's on me. And what we're going to do is hand out a surprise NFT. I think that's pretty cool. So it'll be a painting that's previously been made into a print. It'll be an NFT that's not currently available. And it'll be one that's never going to be available again. So it's a way of saying, yo, thanks for being a part of the early subscribing team, you legends. I reckon that's pretty cool. And if one day there's ever NFTs running around with hundreds of millions of dollars, it could be the one you've got, you know, because you got the early ones. That's pretty cool. Jose. Alright, where else are we going here? Let's keep getting this detail in here. So this is Lee coming over the back here. Just going to keep spotting that with Indian ink. And he sort of zooms up around here. And his arm over here has been unrealized thus far. There we go. Sleeve, elbow, arm, glove. Probably the most definitive part of the whole operation is glove. And there's another one here. Here we go. That scoops down there, scoops up there. A little bit around his chin. Oh yes. Your boy needs a chin. There we go. And then down through here. Perfect. And then this one here. Unrealized shoulder there. Brave wearing a white shirt. It was brave, but now it's got paint on it. So now it's no longer brave. Now it's just me being a nincompoop. Which is sort of fair enough. When the shirt had no paint on it, it was a brave decision. Now the shirt's got paint on it, it's really much of a muchness. Right, where are we going next? I'm going to start dabbling up over here some more. There we go. Man's starting to appear, but we'll just dip a little bit more. Mm-hmm. Here we go. Perfectos. Where else are we going to go? A little bit there. And trail a little bit in there. Coming off the edge of the board there. Down here. Up here. So get that detail in there. There we go. In there, not really. It's a little bit there. Perfect. That's what we're after. That is the end of our Indian ink. Oh, thanks, Doug. Appreciate that. Max, tea time where you are. That's exciting. Not here. Here, we are only just getting started. But I need to get a plate. I grabbed my coffee, but I didn't grab a plate. Full. One moment. Let me grab that. Whoosh! Stack of plates. Right. On with this one. This is the one we're after. And we're going to kick off with what colour first and foremost? That's the question. What is the colour going to be? Camera extender. We'll start with this one. Here we go. I did, Shawnee. Yeah. So if you're a subscriber, you can leave in the Discord, and it's all yours if you want it. NFTs aren't for everyone, guys, but it's just a bit of fun. I like it. Just a bit of fun. Right. A little bit of this. And a little bit of this. Really captured the splash. Oh, thanks. That was the goal. I think we've done good here, but we're not done yet. If you're up close to it, it lacks that, I'm being harsh on it, but it lacks that depth. We want to capture that depth inside it. It needs that depth. That's important. There we go. And so, to get that depth, that one there's still closed. To get that depth, what we're going to do is we're going to add in a bunch of transparent medium to layer over the top and build up a feeling of, hello Steve, how are we doing? Good to have you here. I've got some messages there from you, Steve. Sorry I haven't got back to you yet. But I will, I promise you that. Hello Lizzie! Jeepers! Everyone's coming on at once. Alright, let's get a bit more in here. This is what we need. A little bit of this through here. We're going to need a bigger brush though. This is very, very small. This was getting silly. I got overexcited. That's way, way, way too small. Let's go for this one. That's 3 times the size. Better place to be. Do I ship internationally? Yes, Guy, I do. Speaking of international shipping, Steve, this right here affects you. It has nothing to do with Maui. It has nothing to do with the Cowboys picture. This has everything to do with the Hawaiian picture. This is bamboo. So this is very, very different, guys. At the moment, what I'm using is called masonite. So it's got less than 1% PVA glue. Everything else is wood with a little bit of linseed. They boil it and compress the sheet, so it's not like MDF with a whole bunch of glues. Bamboo is actually the wood itself, not chipboard or anything like that. It's straight bamboo, and they layer it, I'll show you there, in 3 different kinds, which makes it extra strong because it goes in different directions. And I'm experimenting with painting on this because it's a very, very sustainable solution. It uses bamboos, not trees, and it doesn't use cotton, which is actually quite energy intensive to get sorted. Cheers, Steve, I appreciate that. And Lizzie, you're a lovely human being, I appreciate that too. So yes, experimenting with this, it takes some time because I need to make sure that the actual paint keeps its viscosity. And the little checks I'm doing, it works really well. But yeah, test, and if it works, environmentally stable. I like that. Sustainable. And yes, sorry, question coming up there from Guy. Guy, the works do ship internationally. So if you'd like a work, wherever you are in the world, leap on the link in the bio, tell me where you're at, tell me what you're after, and what size you like. And from there, maybe, just maybe, we can do something together. That would be cool. Yeah, right? It was funny because when I started to talk to them, they said, you are not the first artist to get in touch with us. So let me guess, you're trying to become more environmentally sustainable and you're trying to find something that will, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, it's exactly all the reasons I'm here. I want to be environmentally sustainable. I want to find something that's really flat and perfect to paint on. It's not for everyone in that bamboo has no tooth, which means the paint doesn't grind over the surface at all. It'll just sit flat. A lot of people hate that. I love that. I want the paint to just flow gently over a flat surface. And Guy, checking to see if I'm muted. Boo Boo, you're not muted. Come hang out here, Boo Boo. Just be wholesome, that's all. Cheers, Sparkle King. I was going to say inspiration for this picture. Okay, so actually, honestly, if anyone can claim inspiration on this picture, the seed of this picture would be Mahalo. So Mahalo is a picture of a surfer, Steve, in a day past, hitting up barrels, and with vitality and energy cascading over the painting itself. Now, this picture here is sort of a return to that in a small way. Not that it's the same subject at all, but what it is it's this experimentation with a human as a small part of this overall energy within the picture. And then we have this giant effect of water. So previously a barreled wave, now it's a rooster tail. So the rooster tail's been man-made, which is an intriguing change from a wave, which is Mother Nature. And we're basically just playing with the form of that more than anything. The reflections in the water, the shadows that get cast, the way the energy moves, and the explosion of water. So essentially, the same vitality that Mahalo had, but now we're experimenting with movement in a man-made form because the water skier made this rooster tail. Thanks, Jude. Appreciate you. And normal people black out doing that. What did I do? Crouch down? Maybe. It's the getting up that makes you black out, I think. You're rocking on. Thanks, Max. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Now, where are we going to go next? Here we go. Just through here. Beautiful. And we're just adding on this transparent medium. Just through here in a little bit. It doesn't lose any of the current colours we've done. It goes straight over the top and builds depth into the picture. Adding its own little colour in there, but predominantly making us see more on every square inch rather than just a flat matte colour that is there. You never look at water and think, alright, that's just water. You see reflections in it, you see depth in it, you see through it, you see maybe a tinge of a crystally shade or a black or a blue or a green, not black, but a blue or a green coming through it. Whoa. Where else are we going to go? Up through here. There we are. Some little specks up around here. Beautiful. This is currently a combination of titanium white and turquoise. For like a very, very soft baby blue. That's exactly what we're after. Ooh. Of course I have, Lizzie. Of course I have. Have you? Have you, is the question. Here we go. A bit more in there. Down through there. And up in here. Good, good. I've actually spoiled myself today. I've sparkled some water, so we're on sparkling water, which is fun. Very exciting. But I'm having a bad hair day because it's got a bit too long on top, so we've got a haircut probably coming tomorrow, which will be exciting. And I'll get my fringe out of my eyes. Exciting days to come. Right. Still on this lovely blue colour. There we go. All the way to the edges. Come over it right there. Bounce around there a little bit. And down we come. Here we are. Ha! Thanks, Nova. I appreciate you. Sparkling water scares me because it reminds me of TV spit. I've never thought that once in my life, but the reason why I love sparkling water so much is that if you hold it and then you do it sounds bad, but if you do a burp but don't let it come out your mouth, you let the sparkling water sort of brew in your nostrils. It gives a sort of burning, sparkling sensation, which I just really enjoy. Weird though it is. There we go. Beautiful. There was one just then. Absolute delight. Hey JGD, how we doing? Here we go. A little bit through here. down here. Keep combining it in and spreading it out. And over here. Beautiful. Sparkling water is not it. Yeah, I thought that too. I think it was around 25 years old when I started thinking, actually, sparkling water are all good. I think it's one of those things like Earl Grey tea, or it's another good example, or Chardonnay. It takes time. Your palate changes. I remember I used to like really sweet coffee. Now I only have long black. You'll change in time, and that's okay. It's healthy to do that. Hello, Pug. How you doing? Pug? Bug? I know water. I know just water. Alright. Good for you. Most of the time I'm on just water. But sometimes I'm looking to spoil myself. A few little touches. I'll dump on the sparkling water. Hello, Mason Moore. Welcome. Mason's one of our few people who've discovered this little place through YouTube. Good on you, Mason. Appreciate you. There we are. Raspberry will be good for watermelon. Well, that's an interesting question, because I reckon sparkling water completely plain is the way I like it. Don't add anything to it, just give me that plain sparkling water. There we go. Beautiful. We're going to keep dancing with this. Yes, we are. More white, more white. Aha! Oh, start going for a walk each morning. Making sure you don't miss your greens. Or your oranges. Carrots, good for you too. That's a good coffee. That's a good coffee. There we go. And we'll jabble up here in the sky. All the way up here around the top. There we go. Beautiful. Aha! Bug's one of your friends, is he, Steve? Or her? Or them? Good to have them here. There we go. Lots of this, cascading over that background. Woo-wee! Bit more? I think a bit more. Here we go. All up through here. There we go. Steve, absolutely make a cut. Cheers, Bug. And hello, Ha Beach. Ha Beach. Ha Beach. We've got a wine here called Ha Ha, but didn't know there was a beach called Ha. Wild. Okay, I'm going to need to combine this with just a little bit of yellow. Teeny tiny little bit into the yellows into the white, sorry. So you're up in this corner, up in this bit through here, through this wave in here. It's going to make this part in here chill out and fall back a little bit. Our attention on this rooster tail has to be up through this cut through here. I missed that. Anyway, this part through here needs to be coming forward at you, so that way you can see the skier, the trail on where he's coming from, and then the rest of the wave curling out behind him. At the moment, it's sort of all equal, as if the entire thing's going up at once. Can you see that? As if there's a moment in time and the whole thing's launched together. It's not the case. Actually, what's the case is it started here and went woof, woof. And so this part's lower or further in the past than this part here. So we need to show that this is the most important part. Oh, excuse me. To do that, we're going to add yellow into the whites, put the yellow in the sky, and the yellow inside the back of the wave. And what that's going to do is form a correlation with the distance and that part of the wave. That's the plan. Or it might look terrible. We will find out. There's only one way to find out. Having an ice cold beer as opposed to sparkling water. Fair enough. Fair enough. Do you think cider? Yeah, I can agree with that. I can't do beers that much anymore, guys. They used to be the thing for me. I used to love beers. Beers. But now, what happens? I get reflux, get bloated. So, the future for me is not beers. It's things that go nicely with my tummy. My diet used to be anything and everything, and now it's getting more and more limited by the day. Hello, my pet. Can you please call me Hey? My name is my pet. Can you please call me Hey? Hello, Hey. How you doing? Good to have you here. Get a bit more of this here. Someone's going to get frostbite. There we go. It is pretty cold here today. Let's get a bit of paint on my hip there. It's a bit niggly. Okay, a little bit more up here. There we go. We're going to start dabbling with this just on the edge. This is what I was talking about, creating that feeling of warmth in the sky. Grab a bit more yellow to help us out. And then blossom it up through here. There we go. Beautiful. That's what I'm after. Lovely. Yeah. Stand in front of the canvas all day. Don't forget to stretch. So important. So important. There we go. Up around here. Right up to the edge. Then a little bit down through here. Let me stand back. Wine is divine. And there are infinite ways of doing everything. Love you, bro. Thank you very much. Sorry, Mrs. Print, but I tell you what, Chrissy Miss, they're not all sold out. There is still, there was a drop today, actually. There's 6 of Shedding Sorrow left. So, if you like, the ballerina pic we did a while ago, yeah, it does have spots of colour. That one is still available. There is, I think, 3 more waterfalls, 6 more ballerinas because they dropped today, and then there's unlimited prints. And the unlimited prints are not worse. They're just unlimited. They're unsigned, and they'll be available forever. But if you're a collector, you want to jump on the first edition because there'll never be more of those. It's only one set of first edition. Thanks, Brian. Appreciate you. Why are you following Tasty Lexi? I've never heard of Tasty Lexi, but she sounds lovely. Here we go. There we are. Little bits in here. Where else do we go? Down through here. Fantastic. Those little spots. Little spots. There we go. Perfect. There we are. And we'll dabble with a little bit down here. Perfect. We're going to stick to the pastel colours in this one here too, guys. There we go. Lovely. Stick to the pastels. The deepest colour is going to be greens. Get that lake feel. And a bit of yellows. Oh. I'm sorry about that, Mason. She probably said hi? I don't know. Oh, why does love do this to me? It's a good song here in New Zealand. It's going all the time at the rugby. There we go. Perfect. Can't all be little strokes too. Some of them need to be bigger to really help keep that motion in the picture. Motion's not a whole bunch of spots. Spots just look like dust if there's too many of them. You get that feeling of momentum. There we go. Down through here. And out through here. Beautiful. Lovely. Come out here all the way. Add a bit of this in here. All the way down to the bottom. And down through here. Do I play rugby, Brian? I don't. I do not play rugby. I've got no coordination with the ball whatsoever. Literally, just can go for a good hide. But no, I can't kick a ball, can't throw a ball, can't catch a ball. Never could. And not for a long time. We used to do classes, but now we just paint. Thanks, Mason. Appreciate that. Pastels for the win. And hello, Ivan. It's been a hot minute, Ivan. There we go. Let's grab a bit more of that clear gloss gel. This is what we're after. There we go. Beautiful. Lots of that. We'll come all up around here, all around these edges. There we go. And down through here. Perfect. That's what I'm after. See, I'm just slowly adding more of these pastels to the sky, fleshing it out with more colour, not changing the white that it's got, but just making it all stand out. Beautiful. Spread it out. Two big lines in there. There we go. That's what I want. Perfect. Lovely. A mental trip. Yeah, I suppose painting is a little bit like that, because you end up watching these things slowly coming together. There's definitely a therapeutic element to it, like a get lost in a process element to it. And that's something, I think you feel that with singing too, you know, how you lose yourself and just start belting out your voice. I think the same goes with painting. I think we feel the same thing. So, but you can't paint in the shower like you can sing in the shower. So a lot of people sort of miss out on the experience of watching something come together. I'm painting with gold and it's getting on your nerves. Hopefully not in your nerves, because I think gold, AG, is toxic. Singer as well. Happy to be here. Well, good for you. I'm proud of you. There we go. There we are. You're enjoying the water behind the skier, Jay? That's good. Also, the sheen of this colour is going to add a bit of a gloss finish to the water as well and make it stand out. So, love that. Fun aspect. Oil painting is hard and I can't mix a pretty orange colour. Well, the good thing about oil painting is if you can't mix a pretty orange colour, you can go buy a pretty orange colour and cheat. You'll have the pretty orange colour from the get-go. Sebby couldn't get on my nerves if he tried. I mean, I could. What could I do to get on Jamie's nerves? What could I do to get on Jamie's nerves? I've got nothing. So yeah, Jamie, I hope you have a fantastic day. What should you... Not a thing. Fair enough. Well, I wish you all the best, Jamie. And coming in from YouTube here, Serena Arnold. Hello, Serena Arnold. Welcome. Hope you're having a fantastic day. The YouTube quality, from what I can tell, is a little bit clunky too. So if you want to get a high quality visual, best place to go is to Tiki McTocky, where we're all hanging out. We've got 37 people hanging out with us on TikTok, which is lovely, guys. Lovely to have you all here. And we've got a delightful 2 people on YouTube. How wild. How wild. Yeah, this is a fun painting. This is a fun painting. And it's going fun places. It's only getting more and more crazy as we add layers to it. I think we really leaned into those pastels as well. We're not done leaning into them, but they've had a really, really potent impact with the overall complexion of this piece. I was expecting something a bit more saturated, a bit more loose, like with those blues and yellows, but it seems over time they've toned themselves back in favour of seeing this just intense array of pastel colours. So you called him Posh Chili. I forget. Thanks, Jamie B. I appreciate that. And Nova, I don't remember what the painting tip was, but I'm glad that you got one. Do you know what subject to paint? I've got a fantastic solution for that, Nova. Ooh, you might not like it, but I do have a solution for it. Okay, here's what you're going to do. Someone give me a random word. Any word at all. Random word. Need a random word. Ooh. Pickle! Perfect. Pickle's our first word. Alright, so there's our word. Apple came in a little bit late. We're going with pickle. Okay. Secured. I like that. Secured pickle. That's what we're doing. Secured pickle, 2 words. In fact, let's use all 3. Secured apple pickle. Now, what you do, Nova, is search into Google, secured apple pickle. It sounds stupid, but please do it. Search secured apple pickle. And I want you to select the first Google image. I don't care if it's a smiley face. I don't care if it's a pickle. I don't care if it doesn't have an apple in it. Or if secured, it doesn't even feature. All I care is that the very first Google image is the image you select for secured apple pickle. And then print that image off. That is the image you're going to paint. And now when you sit down, you have to paint it, by the way. You have to paint it from start to finish. As you paint that picture, and you're stuck doing something that you may or may not want to do, but you have to finish it, what are you going to dream about? What are you going to dream about? You, excuse me, are going to dream about the picture that you want to be making. So when you ask, how do I know what I want to paint? You find that out, literally, by starting. And once you start, and if it's not what you want to be painting, you quickly figure out what you do want to be painting. Don't know where that little lug in my throat comes from, but it's back. Jeepers creepers. I should do some voice exercises before I come up. Just go crazy and feel it. Chrissy Miss J's, you're going to love that one. That is a really special one. Did you go for the first edition or unlimited? Both are fantastic. And Kiwi lessons. Yeah, so this is the trick. Yeah. Just start, and then you'll know what you want to be doing. But that's really cool. You've got to, Chrissy Miss J, you've got to send me a picture as well once the, thanks Waynux, I appreciate you. Send me a picture as well, Chrissy, when you get the print, because, fair enough, fair enough. Those prints, those unlimited ones, are as cheap as they can get. So they are the same quality paper, they're fantastic, but they will last for hundreds of years, and they basically, once they've covered shipping and things like that, they're basically at cost. If you order from New Zealand, I actually lose 32 cents, weirdly enough. Pardon me. So, but you're going to love that. That is such a cool print. That just went live today. You'll be in the first couple who've ordered one. So, that's pretty cool. Thanks, Will. Appreciate you. Yeah, look, you can print paper out, like at Warehouse Stationery. It costs $2 to print off a A4 piece of paper with colour on it. Definitely. But the issue you run into when you want to make something special is the quality of the paper. It's called German etching paper. Really, really nice paper. It's not photo rag, so it's not for photography, but it's an amazing tactile feel. It feels velvety. It's beautiful paper. Lasts forever, pH balanced, will never deteriorate, and it gets the most fancy archival inks put onto it. What does that mean? It means they're going to last for 100 years without losing their colour. It stays beautiful, which is really important. If you're going to purchase something, is it going to slowly deteriorate, or will it retain its beauty? Because a lot of the time you'll buy a painting, which maybe in 10 years' time doesn't have the same luster in the colours, because over time the sun's depleted that. So you've got to have a solution for that. The prints have that. And then there's the regular cost of shipping things all over the world, all that sort of stuff. But she was live earlier. Cheers, Jamie. Go live with Nicki Minaj, please. I mean, that'd be pretty fun, right? We could do painting together. Another pearl of wisdom was put the brush to canvas and shut up. Fair enough. I had a art teacher who told us to stop signing our work. He said, stop signing your work. There's nothing in this room worthy of being signed. You're here so I can teach you how to make something worth being signed. And that was a pretty cool phrase. So that was the tactic. But I think there's no substitute for getting in front of canvas. A lot of the time we put up our own psychological barriers to stop ourselves from doing something. Have you ever been in a situation where, like, you're in bed, for example, and it seems like a gigantuan effort? Hello, Felipe from Brazil. Good to have you here. Gigantuan effort to get out of bed and to get into the world. Well, in those situations, you may think it's insurmountable to do it mentally. And if you're in that situation, that small effort will be insurmountable. That's, I'm losing my trail of thought here, but that's similar to when we talk about getting in front of a canvas, that actually, if you could just do it and start and get in front of it and get out of bed and leap in the shower, the actual task itself is quite simple. It's very doable, but there's a mental barrier there. And so sometimes you need to trick yourself in front of the canvas, or sometimes you just need to motivate yourself regardless of what you're about to make, but to get in front of your craft, to start. And if you can make that start, then the world's your oyster, because then comes the momentum. Once you've started, you'll find the inspiration. Get the motivation to start, and you'll get the inspiration to continue. Maybe put one foot in front of the other. I don't understand that, but I appreciate you getting involved. Weenux, is this painting going to anyone? Weenux, it might be. So this one here is actually, it won't go on the website, it'll go on hold straight away, because there's a high likelihood it might go to a particular person here in New Zealand that'll stay in the country. But if you are interested in it, if this one here strikes a chord with you, then reach out to me via the link in the bio, and I can let you know. If it doesn't stay in New Zealand, I can put you next in line for it before it goes available to the big old wide world. There we go. Alexander the Great is it will not be coming off hold, guys. I'm sorry. So, couple of things. The farmer is gone. Steve, I'm so sorry. We had some great plans with him. The farmer's going to the farmer's daughter. I love that. That's a beautiful story. Alexander the Great is going to one of the greatest states on the earth. Well, in America, because there's only states in America. But it's going to Texas, so that's really exciting. That's where 2 of the prints went. So Texas, you have 2 prints and 1 original, which is fantastic. Yeah, sorry, Jamie, farmer's gone to the farmer's daughter though, so that's very funky. Hello, horse rider, welcome back. That was a strong taste of coffee. And that leaves me with one incredible piece of artwork in my foyer right now, which is on hold. Because there are a few people looking at it. It's you said Alexander the Great is your favourite. Is it my favourite? It's definitely up there. I think it's a beautiful, beautiful experimentation with turning hard stone into soft, sensual, sensitive colours. You don't get this feeling when you look at Alexander the Great that it's cold or hard. You get the feeling that there's kindness and emotion inside this picture, which has just been captured from stone. That's special. That's special. Thanks, Carlos. I appreciate you. In terms of a favourite, I think all the paintings, in their own little way, are favourites for different reasons. We could get caught up on saying that, unless we started valuing a certain thing, movement, vitality, love, expression. Like if we talked about love, you'd be talking about a wedding portrait or something that actually had that as the focus. You talk about companionship, you'd be talking about a dog. You talk about movement, you'd be talking about, well, either Mahalo or this one, or if you talked about vitality, you'd be talking about Mahalo. If you talked about family, there'd be several you'd be talking about. Like it's very hard to whittle down and say, well, I value this above all else, and therefore I think this. My space does, I should get outside more often, but there is a weather bomb coming. A weather bomb. So I'm inside because it's too risky, but I have a new canvas which we're going to put all guns blazing on soon. We've got this one and 2 dogs, and as soon as we're finished, the fresh canvas comes off the shelf and we are into it. Thanks, Wilson. Appreciate you. What's a winter bomb? Poorly described. Oh, sorry, I said weather bomb. Weather bomb. So a weather bomb is what they call it when weather's going to come in really harsh out of nowhere. It was supposed to arrive yesterday. It did not. So it might be here today. It was raining this morning pretty hard, but look, nothing too bad. Nothing too extreme. Not worried about that. The Southern Sea. The Southern Sea. There we go. Creep that around there. There we go. And then coming out through here. Lovely. Come on down here. Just creep this the whole way across. And I'm going to grab a little bit of this colour. We haven't touched this yet. This is my murky brown. This has been waiting for an opportunity to pop. Here we go. The texture of the painting is, yeah, the texture of this painting is really fun. It's kind of subtle, but you can pick up on strokes that may not be able to be seen anymore as well, just because it layers one little paint stroke on top of another. Very pretty. It's so pretty. It's a very pretty painting. Pastels have that effect. They're so welcoming without being too intense. You can sort of appreciate the colour palette without being overwhelmed by their presence. I've got a soft spot for pastels. Here we go. And just keep playing with that. Just little bits. Here we are. You're creating something? Cheers, Jamie, I appreciate that. Now, up in here. There we go. There we go. Dun 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 dun. Add a little bit of this up through here. Lovely. And in here. There we go. Through here. Beautiful. Beautiful. And down there. This is those greens. Ooh, we're going down right down here low for these. Just in here. All the way along through here. This bottom corner, demanding our attention. There we go. Bouncing around. And there. All right, down through here. Why not? Hello, Juhi. How we doing? How we doing? Here we go. Where else are we gonna go? Just keep adding little layers in. The more colours in here, the better. It's water, so the more colours you get in water, the better off you'll be. Thanks, Serena. I appreciate that. Appreciate you. Alright, let's dabble this a little bit through here. Thanks, Eru. Are you adding more colours after yellow? You bet we are. Thanks, Carlos. We're going to keep adding in armies and armies. There's a expression here that we want to catch. Not just the movement, but the wild cascading of water. And I don't think we can get there just with yellows. There's a few little pinks. Is it enough? We'll only really know once we've added these murky greens in. We might think, actually, we need armies more. We might think closer than we realise. So we're sort of sitting on that boat. So we're sitting on the boat and watching the water skier ski. That's sort of what's happening here. Because the rope's coming in our direction. So the picture must have been taken from the boat. So in that sense, we're standing exactly where that photographer was when he took the photo, or she took the photo. There we are. Hello, John. John, I was going to send you a message this morning. I'm sitting there, my laptop's open, and I've got some photoshopped pictures for us both to look at. But I just want to tweak them a little bit more, and I thought if I don't get on the live, I won't get on it. So I'll leave on the live, and then I'll finish off your message. So if you can see that I've left you on scene there, that's not because I'm avoiding you, I swear. I'm editing those pictures one by one. Hey CT, how are we doing? How are we doing? But also love the pictures. That is, without going into detail in all of them right now, that is the most beautiful neon orange rose It's just incredible. It's like, it looks like you've grabbed the saturation and turned it right up to 70%. You haven't. As you can see from the surrounding foliage, that's its colour, but it has that feeling. It's crazy. Amazing. Hello, Melissa. How we doing? Here we go. Little dots of colour. Little dots. Still with that gloss medium through it, adding that transparency into it, adding depth into these waves. That's what we're after. Depth in the waves. There we go. Perfect. Glows like, thanks John. Yeah, it's a pretty fun one, this one. Tons of movement. Tons of movement. That's what we're after here. Thanks Melissa. Better be. What's better be? Don't worry, G. What a great name. Don't worry, G. Here we go. Yeah. It's starting to take its final form. Starting to take its final form. But when you do water, you can't rush water. Water takes time. Because with water, what happens is there needs to be that depth, that transparency, that building of intensity in every single stroke that goes into it. And if you want to capture movement in water, to get the feeling of some water being still and some water being quite turbulent and crazy, there needs to be a lot of paint on top of a lot of paint. Because only after a million little expressive strokes, each one representing a teeny tiny splash, droplet and moment in the water, can you expect to get that sudden whoosh movement. Hey Raylan, how we doing? And thanks, don't worry G, appreciate that. Dun 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 dun. Got the creation, what, the plate? Our messy little painting plate. Yum, yum, yum. Here we go. This colour here in the background? Not without some of this. Here we go. A little bit of this. Weekend was fantastic. I spent the weekend doing something a little bit less exciting, sorting out accounts, and we made some really good ground. I think I am almost on top of it. There we go. There we go. Then a little bit more through here. Perfecto. Down here. Oh yeah. Okay, tried to send kiwis and it wouldn't let you. Has something changed in the system? Maybe. Kiwis. Oh, do I need to pin it, do I? Maybe. Ha! Who knows? Anyway, guys, the exciting news is, don't need to tell you all. Cheers, John. The exciting news, if you weren't here earlier, is that there's going to be some NFTs come available. Now, they're not being charged for. There we go. Oh, fantastic. You've got it sorted, John. This affects you, John, though, because you're a subscriber. So, there are NFTs about to be available. These NFTs are only for subs, and they are going to be done for everyone on the Discord. So if you're a sub and you're not on the Discord, get on the Discord, and if you're on the Discord, share your wallet address. If you've got a wallet, you're going to need an NFT wallet to take an NFT. Get your NFT wallet, put in the Discord, and you, in the next 24 hours, will be getting sent an NFT. So you have to mint it and all this other stuff, but I'll pay those costs because you're a sub, and it's just me showing some love. But from there, you can get, it's going to be a random NFT. It'll be an NFT we haven't released yet and won't be releasing again, so it'll be pretty cool. I'm pretty excited. I am excited. I think this is going to be cool. Coming up here a little bit. What about a kangaroo gift for Aussies? Look. Possibly. But this one here is going to be one of the other works we've done in the past. And we're just going to do it to have some fun. We're not going to try and, it's not like a crazy wild NFT drop that tries to hype itself up. It's literally just, if you're a member of the Discord, I'll pay for it. You can have an NFT. What's an NFT wallet? So John, an NFT wallet is like a cryptocurrency wallet where you get like Ethereum or different currencies. My one's in MetaMask. Your one doesn't need to be, but my one is. Basically what happens is you get a wallet and your wallet has a unique ID. Sort of like PayPal, so people can give you cash. But you can receive JPEGs or digital gifts through that. And so basically what happens is, if you have a digital wallet, tomorrow night, I'm going to sit down and give out some NFTs. So you'll have the digital version of one of the pictures that we've done here on the stream. It's pretty funny, actually. Is this painting based on anything? Let me think here. Yes, it is. It's based off a water skier. So, I still don't know which lake. That's part of the fun. But the water skier is tuning up these waves. Hitting up a quick turn. And we are just building it up. There we go. Beautiful. Lovely. Whew. Putting my earphones in. I am just not following where this conversation's going. Thought you should all know. Oh, okay, you're just sharing. It's already Monday afternoon here? Yeah. Does that mean we're living in the future? Possibly. There we go. Perfect. Do I have a favourite artist? No. No. I've got artists that I love for different reasons. But it's sort of like paintings. Like, do you need to have a favourite painting? Or can you love a whole bunch of paintings for a bunch of smaller reasons? You know what I mean? I think, like, I love Potato Eaters by Van Gogh. Not because I love the painting so much, but I love it that Van Gogh thought it was his best painting. And I love Picasso before he went through his blue phase. I love Picasso's realism works. Sometimes he strangled the process too much, and he knew that. And other times he threaded that needle just right. Chad, how are we doing? Good to have you here. And thanks, John. I appreciate you, mate. Hello, bestie. Dali fan? I don't mind Dali. I think Dali would have had a field day with AI. I think he would have loved to play around with the way a robot could generate pictures now. The effort Dali went to recreate things in his dreams through paint was exceptional. It was really, really on another level, the way he was thinking and what he wanted to do. Imagine if you told Dali that rather than meticulously painting these clocks, with a brief typing into a keyboard, he could literally make any picture that he saw fit from his dreams. See, that's at our fingertips now, guys. We can literally tell a robot to give us a purple monster playing poker. Tell a robot to paint melting clocks. Whatever we want, it's right there for us. So little Dali would salivate over that. That's everything he ever wanted. Now this picture here is a water skier with a giant rooster tail flying off behind him. And our job is to depict that in all these wild colours, cascading over each other, one after the next. And hopefully, colour after colour, moment after moment. Yeah, right, here we go. Steve knows. Steve's like, he dropped a lot of acid back in the 1950s and 60s. Oh, I know that for a fact. I was getting him what he needed. I know that for a fact because I was doing it with him. No, I don't know a whole lot about that, but at the end of the day, he was fascinated by bringing the crazy ideas out of his mind and putting them onto a space like a canvas. Melting clocks, the intense pictures he would make. Some of them were very, very challenging, intense. And there's magic to that. Same, but in the cerulean love. I love a bit of cerulean. Same, but in the 20s. I'm not following. I'm not following. Alright, where else are we going to go? A little bit there. Come on down here with a little bit. Beautiful. And then down in here. Fantastic. A bit more? Oh yes. Perfect. No, I wasn't doing it with Salvador Dali. He was long before my time. All I have left to enjoy Salvador by is his movies, his artwork, his quotes, and I think in a small way we can all understand his style. But I think he's a funny one because if he existed today, would we care? This is fantastic because if he asks, you like it, Nova? That's good. Yeah, we added that Indian ink on to start with to sharpen up the intensity in the lines. And now we're adding on transparent paint to deepen it, but also tone back the intensity of those blacks. Lost my trail of thought there. I was going to say something, but it's gone now. It's gone now. There we go. There we go. We're going to grab a little bit of yellow. Yes, we are. Splice it in here. It's going to give us a murky green. We're going to play with this just through here, just a little bit. Not too much. Yeah, but think about Salvador. Think about him. Salvador is a character. He was quirky, he painted crazy things, but now anyone without Salvador's talent could make what Salvador did with AI. Could Salvador ask for what he wanted from AI? Exactly to a T, he could. And AI would make it. He had an anteater as a pet in a very, very flamboyant, crazy household. But we have to ask ourselves, isn't there a lot of Salvador Dalis out there today now? What would separate him? Creative spirit? That's out here today in abundance. And so is it just the fact that Salvador was doing that first, long before AI, that still makes him special? Or is it the fact that he was born at a particular point in time that makes him special? Because Salvador Dali's pictures today, if anyone was making those today, you'd say to him, well, why don't you just get AI to do it? Chatbot, GBT, or Dali? Thanks, Bryce. He was brilliant. He was, don't get me wrong. He was a fantastic, fantastic artist. But what made him fantastic? What would make him fantastic in 2023? So his mind, his quotes, the way he behaved. Would Van Gogh be valuable in 2023? Would we care? Interesting to wonder if Van Gogh's life would be the same years on. We appreciate his artwork now, But we appreciate his artworks, the steadfast dedication, and the story that goes along with it. If he was born today and continued to paint, would we appreciate that story? Or would it be lost in the traffic of a million other stories? Who knows? Nah? Well, that's fair enough too. Maybe you would be famous regardless. Maybe Salvador Dali was always born to be great. No matter what century he's in, and no matter what tools he had at his disposal. Maybe that's just a fact. There we go. Ooh. Look. Typically, we go outside the realms of the biggest names in painting and start dabbling around the next tier of artists. I think we need to start asking a question that we need to ask of the greats, but start asking a question of ourselves. Did they have pure intentions when they made their art? Did they want to make the world better? Did they want to express love through their art? What were their intentions? And how successfully did they convey that with their art? Sometimes the answer is that's 100%, they nailed it. Or it's I don't think their intentions were quite there. The point being, you can evaluate each artist yourself on that playing field. And so I think the key is to sit down with Andrew and ask him, what do you think, Andrew? How do you feel about your art? Because I think half the time, the success of an artist may be not how other people feel about their art, but how they themselves feel about what they make. Are they invigorated, inspired, changed, developed, altered, in love with, infatuated by what they make? Or not? You don't know how to spell it. That's no good. Thanks, Christmas Jays. Indeed. Indeed. And guys, we just cracked 20,000 likes, you absolute legends. We haven't got a whole lot of people here. We're just hanging out. But that's a lot of likes for not a lot of people. You know, we're doing it here with 50 people, and we're just having some fun. But it just goes to show that we can have fun here with just a few folk. I think it's more fun too because we get to talk more intimately when there's a smaller crowd. We get lost in the traffic of a million comments. Just enjoy each other, chat, talk. Okay. A little bit of deep magenta. Alright. Da Vinci was a draftsman, engineer, scientist, theorist, sculptor, and architect. Good for him. It's a big old CV to receive, that's for sure. Very impressive. And holla! We've got Black Bunny and Emilio over on YouTube. That's pretty exciting. Let's have a little look-see here. There we go. Just going to start adding a little bit of shape to our water skier. Just a little bit, not overdoing it. Dabs of colour. There we go. Here we go. Beautiful. We were discussing his own class of genius. What's his own class of genius? We can call this Kiwi Colours philosophy with... yeah, something like that. A Bellamy. A Bellamy? Bellamy. Sounds like an advertisement for some sort of snack. Blammies. Get them at your local supermarket today. There we are. Get a little bit through there. Adding a little bit of red through here. This marooning red is going to have a bit of an impact here to help this painting come together. Just stretch a little bit there. There we are. And then the ski flicks there. A little bit down through here. Oh yes. Hello, Mr. Shadow. A little bit there. Aha! Cheers, Steve. I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. A lot of art out there in the world as well. The world's a big old place, and it is full of art. But, I think a key fundamental ingredient to art isn't just the painting itself. It's the painting's ability to connect with other people. It's like if you talked about art in terms of connection, think about something like think about the effort that can go into a sandcastle. All the crazy layers within it, and all the way it builds up, and all the effort that would go into gently and meticulously making every little part and piece of it into this beautiful, towering sandcastle on the beach. Beautiful. And then think about a soccer ball. I mean, a soccer ball or a volleyball. And put that on the beach as well. Now, if you're talking about connection and joy, in certain situations you'd say the sandcastle had failed. It had failed because if you talk about connection, the soccer ball, if children came to the beach or if adults came to the beach, they could kick it to one another and laugh and play and enjoy and develop relationships with each other through this simple ball. But the sandcastle might not offer that. It might offer beauty that one person can look at, that they may for a brief moment connect with the artist through, but does it create a wider connection? Does it deepen connections? Now sometimes art does that with beauty alone, but you'd have to ask, in terms of your own art when you're making it, how can I spread as much joy as possible? What way will I make the artwork in order to connect with as many people as possible? How can my art become the soccer ball that can bring joy and laughter and happiness to so many people? I think that's the question as an artist that you'd ask yourself. The last thing you'd want to be is a sandcastle on a beach, but someone would walk past and say, it's a nice sandcastle, but move on without actually touching them in some way that actually improved their lives. Maybe a sandcastle would. And maybe that's a bad example. Maybe a soccer ball and a sandcastle are always born to be different. And maybe a sandcastle will wash away with the tides, whereas a soccer ball might just stay on the beach. And maybe on a given day, a whole group isn't walking past, just one person is. And if one person's walking past, perhaps the soccer ball's less relevant, and perhaps the sandcastle becomes more. Who knows? Or maybe if thousands of people were wandering along that beach and everyone was walking past that little sandcastle and admiring it, maybe in a small way, all those individual moments of admiration, walking past it, provided it was done in such a way that they could admire it, that would be the beautiful thing. That those small, tiny amounts, one after another, all added up to a lot of beauty. There we go. A little bit of this. A little bit of this. A little bit of that. A little bit of this. And a little bit of that. And a little bit of this through here. And there we go. Just touches. And a little bit here. Coming up to the board. Perfect. Jackson, do I like Taylor Swift? Do I what? Look, honestly, I've always liked Taylor Swift. But I like a bunch of artists. When they talk about being a Swiftie, it's sort of like you need to give up on all your other artists to say, yeah, but I'm a Swiftie, so Taylor Swift is my favourite. She's great, don't get me wrong. I love what she does. But if I had a favourite, it would be Kit Moore. For the country music department. Here we go. There we are. Little bits in here. More there. Perfect. We're going to come out over the edge. Yes, indeed. Fantastic. All the way up. How are we looking? Standing on back. Country is one of my favourite genres. I like all kinds of music. Alright, I think what we'll do next is we might swap and let this dry for a little bit. Let our brain refresh itself a teeny tiny bit, and then come on back with some more paint. So, going on from here, we're pulling down this one. Thanks, Jay. Pulling down this one and going on to a slightly smaller canvas. And by slightly smaller canvas, I mean way smaller. Let me just get this out of here. If we can get this to come out of here. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. Now we're talking to it. Come with me and you'll see a whole world of pure imagination. Yeah, that's in a good space now. It's a wee bit crazy, and you can definitely get an idea that around here is this lip moving up, almost like a giant whale's tail. We'll see how it goes. Okay, next one. Let's grab it. We're going back to a doggo. This will be quite fun. Here we are. Rotate this towards me a wee bit. There we go. Put this in position. Way up high there. There we go. Tighten this up into it. Aha! Thanks guys, appreciate that. And the puppy, yes indeed. Get this loosened up, there we go. Now it's tracking. Sometimes paint can get in between it and hold it into place a little bit, which can be a disaster. Not a disaster, it's makes it hard to use. There we go. There we are. Tighten that on there. Sorted. Coming on down. Voila. Do I listen to Lana Del Rey? She sounds lovely, but no. Maybe. What's her songs? Maybe. Scrolling up a little bit. Let's find this picture of the doggo. Where did I put the doggo picture? Ooh, ah. So much photos. Come on, Sebastian. There we go. Perfect. To bring this forward a little bit. There we go. Lovely. Get the iPad here. Make sure everything's in the right position. It is fantastic. And we might zoom you in just a wee bit, team. There we go. How's that? Angle this a little bit more there. More there. There we go. And I think you're in a good position there. I may have to bring you out a little bit, otherwise my head's going to be cut off too. There we go. Now my head's not cut off. Fantastic. And we've been live for a delightful 90 minutes. You've got to get ready for work. You're all good, Chrissy. Hey, I hope you enjoy your print. It should be with you in like, I think 3 to 5 days maximum. But anyway, when it gets there, you've got to hang it up. Got to send me a picture. I can't wait to see it. So that's going to be fantastic. And apart from that, enjoy work. I will see you next time. I'm going to stop if you're on YouTube with us, I'm going to stop that one now, if that's okay. I'm going to stop that one. If you want to keep watching, jump on the TikTok. It's way better quality. I was just dabbling with the YouTube live again. Sorry, guys. So jump on TikTok. I'll see you there. Bye, guys. All right, down with this one here. There we go. Sorted, sorted, sorted. All right. And that's still charging there. So rude of me, sorry guys. I had to go in on 2 places. Good night, beautiful. I'm not going anywhere. You've got me for another clean 3 hours, guys. 3 hours of painting. Ooh, exciting news. My laptop's here, team. That means we are about ready to start our series. So all of you who've been waiting on the series to come available of how the art of painting, I've got it all sitting there. I just need to edit it and then upload it, but I need a laptop to do it. I've just bought myself a laptop, been waiting on it. I want to do it on my own laptop, so all the footage is there and stuff. So that is now inbound. So, I'll let you know. It's one of those laptops that you can flick the screen over as well. It's pretty cool, pretty cool, pretty cool. Sorry guys, just doing some things here. Making sure I haven't missed anything here. But I've been borrowing my partner's laptop lately as well. So I have to download Photoshop onto a laptop to try and make it all work. Silly me. Anyway, it is what it is. Hello Elizabeth, how you doing? Good to have you here. Lovely to have you here. Dun 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 dun. Alright. Let me see here. Alright. Good place to be in.
It's the kick.
Just checking, making sure we're centered correctly on TikTok, and then we're going to use it to last this paint, and then we're going to grab probably something else. We'll see. Something tasty. There we go. Your work is top. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. And Elizabeth, that is a lovely thing to say. I appreciate you too. Cheers, Christopher. Alright guys, we have got this lovely little dog to paint here. We're going to have some fun. It's pretty straightforward. Let's chuck this down here. And grab this here. Now, chocolate. The reason why this is going to be fun now is we're adding this over with some transparency through it. So again, same story as what we were doing with the water skier, except it's now a dog. With the goal being that we build up that layering. See colours through colours. And we might even capture in our little pilgrimage here a bit more depth. Well, Elizabeth, you're welcome to spend all the time here that you like. With a bit of luck, you'll pick up a few little tips and tricks of your own to go off and do as much painting as you want to do. Or as little. You know, in some ways, just being a part of painting gives you what you need. You don't really need to... I love to do it myself. And I love to encourage other people to do it themselves. But sometimes just being involved in the journey. Like, for example, it's a bit of a cheesy example, but I was watching Miley Cyrus's new release of her album. and she's singing on this mirrored stand, and then every now and again it goes to her just speaking about the journey she's going on with her music, how she makes it. I love her voice. I've got a soft spot for that rusky sort of a voice that she's got. I think it's really cool. Anyway, and you get taken on a journey. And so I don't sing, but listening to her talking about her journey with singing makes me feel like, and if I feel like it, it's real, but makes me feel like I know what it feels like to sing. And I think the job of every painter is to give you that feeling that you would then know what it feels like to paint. By you getting the same feeling out of the painting that the artist intended for. How well, as an artist, can you communicate what you want to make? How well can you make someone else feel what you feel? Some people communicate with sound, some people communicate with images, some people communicate with math. How do you communicate, and how well can you communicate that? I'm mid a painting. I'm better with scenery. I can't do people or animals at all. But you love Miley Cyrus. Fantastic. Well, it's lovely to have you here, Elizabeth. And what do you think of Bob Ross? Serena, you know what I think of Bob Ross. I think anyone whose sole goal was to spread joy and happiness in the world deserves a spot at any table. That's all he wanted to do, guys. Filmed all those episodes and released them. His idea was just happiness. No sales pitches in there. No, hey, this is where you can buy one of the new prints of these pictures we're making. I didn't hear that. All I heard was him talking about how you could be happier. How you could be a better you. You're like, yeah, but he's just doing it for views, is he? I don't think views were a thing back then. You could argue that I'm doing it for views. But for him, it wasn't like that at all. It was, let's release a TV show to spread a bit more joy in the world. Give that guy a gold medal. That's what I think. Do I like Bob Ross's paintings? Does it matter if I loved what he stood for? I suppose it does a little bit. They're pretty. They're pretty paintings. It's not my usual bread and butter, but they're pretty. Look, that's fair enough. I agree, but I think that it had nothing to do with that for Bob Ross. I think his intentions were completely, I want to make the world better. And I think he achieved that. I think everyone could agree that the world wouldn't be as good a place as it is if Bob Ross had not existed. So, I think we're all very, very lucky that he did. And that not only that he did, but he prioritised making the world better for the rest of us. He didn't have to make that TV show. He could have sat at home. Could have done anything. But he opted to share that with us. So, am I a Bob Ross fan? You bet your last dollar I'm a Bob Ross fan. What's my favourite thing to paint? I love to paint. I mean, subject matter I couldn't really care, but my favourite subject matter to paint would be vitality. I love vitality because I love the idea of colours morphed over each other in a painting. Being able to capture something so lively. Like the idea that we could get a little boost, a little bit of joy from a 2D surface, that you could look at it and suddenly feel this, wow, okay, I'm ready to start my day. Can a painting do that? I believe it can. And I believe that's the most noble pursuit in painting. Love. We can find love in with words. You can find vitality in words. You can find jeepers. There's a ton of ways to do it, but I find paintings the most special when they give you vitality, when they give you something without saying anything. Like, what's that song? You say it best when you say nothing at all. I love it when a painting can do that, when it can give you something just through a visual. They say a picture has 1,000 words. Well, a lot of the time they don't even speak. If they've got 1,000 words, they're keeping it to themselves because I didn't hear them. But sometimes you look at a picture and you see those 1,000 words, and suddenly you very, very, in a very intense way, actually, or not an intense way, but in an ongoing, present way, you feel a painting in a way that, what am I trying to say? Heck, I'm losing my trail of thought, but I think you can. I think you can feel a painting in that way. You should try an abstract version of Miley Cyrus. Could do. Like I say though, vitality, you need that movement. And there's something vitalizing, always metaphorically, about water. Whenever water's involved, for some reason the picture has this kick to it, you know? Even if it's subtly in a landscape, I just love it. I just love it. I have like 3 Miley posters. Well, that's a great start. Tiana, shut the front door. How did you paint that from last time I scrolled through all the lives? Do you ever get my request about your commission? I messaged you. Sorry, that name there, going back to it, Umberto. I'm very, very sorry, I missed your thing there. Depends where it came through on. Go into the link in the bio though, Umberto, and there's a link there to a link tree, and jump on from there, jump on and on, the commission and original. If you messaged on TikTok or Instagram, I'm usually a little bit slow. People are used to me like that now. Water's Ronique. Water is a vibrant subject. I think when water's involved, it's always going to be vibrant. Provided you paint it right, it always does. Comes off with that pop. Oh, I missed it, team, but we just hit. Bada bing bang boom. 33,000 likes. Look at you guys go. Well, 30,000. You absolute champions. I reckon, since we're going to be around for the 3 or so hours, I think we might, I'm being greedy here, I'm greedy, but I think we might crack 100,000 before we disappear. We've got 3 hours. 3 hours. And we'll see how we go on. I'm going to go for the night. Elizabeth, you're going to leave me here for 3 more hours by myself. That's so rude. We were enjoying your company so much, now you're running away. See you later, Elizabeth. Get some sleep. And maybe, just maybe, we'll see you on the next one. Maybe. Don't let some wacky Kiwi guy painting a dog in his studio keep you from going to bed. That is the most ridiculous thing in the whole world. Get some sleep, and maybe on the next one, I will see you. Who knows? Well, that's good. That's good. Here we are. Scoot that down through there, and through there. Now we're talking. Layering up. Layering up. I'm all the way up, Pam. There we go. Little touches. Come visit Fort Lauderdale soon. Insomnia. Yeah. Fort Lauderdale? Maybe. Maybe. Although the American trip's coming first. American trip first. And then on with the rest. There we go. Then down in there. Perfect. All the way down this leg. Beautiful. What about this one? Lovely. So you're starting to see these leaves come into context a bit more, rather than just being dark shapes coming down. And I'm starting to see the indication of maybe some pores. taking place at the very bottom. There we go. Down through here. Get a bunch more yellow. Splashing this around the coat. There we go. Fort Lauderdale in America is just north. Oh, of course it is. Sorry. Us Kiwis are a bit of geographically illiterate. I didn't. I knew it was a place, I just didn't know where it was. But now, I'm in the know. So I appreciate that. Now this one here sweeps up here a bit more. There we go. Beautiful. There we go. And around here, coming down this leg. Fantastic. Out through there. A little bit more there. Now we're talking to it. Little dabs, guys. Just little dabs. Helping build that structure within that dog. And this yellow's got a lot of kick to it as well. Don't be afraid to go outside the lines. We're not painting by numbers here. We're not controlled by where we think the paint should go. There we go. There we are. Alright team, I am going to go, now that we've been here for 90 minutes, for a quick bathroom break. Then I'm going to come on back and we're going to grab a new paint tray. Okay. Since the paint's starting to flake off just a little bit. Beautiful. Move down through here. On that leg there. Have I been to the UK? No, I've been to Europe, so I came close. I was in Europe about 5 months ago. Very fun. Probably more than 5 months now. Jesus, you're testing me. I forget these things. Right. Just gonna get a little bit more in this background here. Around here. Beautiful. There we go. And then up through here. Oh yes. Splicing into those greens, splicing into those deep magentas, getting a really musty colour out of it to come and grab these blurred bits in this background here. Hello Denny, how you doing? Good to have you here. Great use of hues. I appreciate that. That's one of the beautiful things about this picture that we really liked when I was working on this with Marty, is that with the hues, both our dog portraits have this amazing sort of deep cerulean but slightly icy blue in the background, and then we've got this dog with this beautiful chocolatey, almost slightly under the camera orangey, even vermilion-y coat, and so the contrast in there would have an amazing effect on the actual portrait itself, but also the two portraits together, you'd see a link in the dogs through this complementary background that made them both seem like they're from the same litter. Litter? Well, one's the mother, one's the son. There we go. Let me just check a little bit through there and up here. There we go. Alright. You're onto it, Denny. Okay, I think before I switch over though, are we going to use it to last this black? Do I dare? Nah, we won't. Temptations there, we will resist. I'll wash this brush, swap to a new plate, because this one here, you can see we've got no spare room on this one now. Down with that one, and I'll be back in just a moment. Your most difficult paint. Visit Guatemala, we really appreciate art. Well, these are fantastic things. Great reasons to go, in fact. Now, hold on, team, hold the phone. I will be back in just a moment. Back in a second, team. He's made it. Right on cue. There we go. Alright, so we've got this dog here. We've got a fresh plate we're going to work with. We're going to have a little bit more soda water. With 6 seconds to spare. Good for me. Yum. Before I kick in, wash this brush as well. Let me have a little look-see here. See in town. I'll just check this. Spark City has my laptop, team. Now don't try and sneak in there in front of me and say, I'd like Sid Gow's laptop, please, because we don't need that difficulty right now. There we go. It's ready for me, and I'll pick it up. Not tomorrow, probably Wednesday. Wednesday's going to be the day. Maybe tomorrow, we'll see. Stream water. Stream water, I'll ship you some. I've got plenty of water here, actually. New Zealand's pretty good on water. It's a good place. Ah, yum. Yum, yum, yum. Right, that plate's finished. We need a fresh plate. And we're working with our... I think we'll work with our blues now, team. I think we'll work with the blues. Yeah. Okay, blues it is. And let's grab a little bit of these. Voila. Cerulean blue, turquoise. Brilliant blue, that's exciting. And then we'll grab a little bit of Chinese blue, but in this case it's cobalt turquoise. That's totally okay. And then we're going to grab a little bit of deep Prussian blue. Or is I'd say it's more closer to Payne's grey, personally. Where did you start painting? I started painting from a very young age, but I've always been in love with it. I love the way paint feels. Hello, Gazoo. Love the way paint feels. Love making something. liquid colour. I think liquid colour's always fascinated me too. Wet. You can spread it out, move it around, form incredible things within a picture. It's addictive. I find it addictive. The idea of something changing from one colour to another underneath your hand. How you can impact the overall feel of an image depending on the tube that you pick up. I don't know, I find colour fascinating. Maybe that's just me. It's like I always rabbit on about that book that I like, The Secret Lives of Colour. It's an amazing book, team. It's an amazing book. Do I have... Hello, Shawnee. How are we doing? Do I have any pets? Well, I used to hang out with a Labrador a lot. That was always fun. Sorry, Golden Retriever. But, at the moment, where I'm staying, I do not. Heartbreak. We always used to have pets around. We were on a farm. And on that farm we had goats, chickens, cows, pigs, sheep. We had all the things. But now that I'm away from the farm, and I'm here, there's not many pets that we have up in Auckland. The farm was a family farm, by the way. That's where we used to, the old stomping ground. I think it's fantastic to be raised around animals though. I think it's possibly one of the most important things that can happen. Whether it's dogs or horses or cats, doesn't really matter. As long as you get an awareness of animals. Chickens. Because when you're a child, you're more sensitive to the idea that animals I think you're more sensitive to understanding animals when you're younger. And it's important to instill that in a young child. You're definitely able to realise it at any age, but give the opportunity. Just like giving a child the opportunity to ride a bike, you can give the child an opportunity to get to know animals better. Gotta go. See you, Marcos. Thanks for joining in. You're a champion. Until next time, here we are. Let's dance with this around here. Cerulean blue. Just been playing with the turquoise so far. I'm going to play with cerulean blue. Just splatter this around here. Double transparency. There we go. Around the edge. Doing the homework. But like I say, team, this one's getting framed, so it won't actually matter if we don't go the whole way around the edge. I'm just doing it because I like to. Just doing it because I like to. Let's dabble with this through here. And around here. And over there. Now, these little spots we're going to represent the background, which is slightly blurry in the picture. So acting a little bit more rough with it. Don't want you to see form in this background. I want it to fall behind the dog. The dog's got an immense presence in this picture. There we go. A little bit there, a little bit around there. Lots of dabs. Alright, and then coming down through here. I'm mixing a bit of white into our cerulean. Come down nice and low, all the way to the bottom. And let's add this in. There we go. Around those pores. Just like that. And around here. Now we're talking to it. Now we're talking to it. Talking about people. Here we are. And there's little bits around these pores. Just little bits. Wee. Maybe a bit much paint there, that's alright. We'll send it around the back there a little bit. Dabble around here a little bit. Come down here. Fantastic. A little bit of turquoise. Break that up there. Come along here. Aha! I can't pronounce that name, but that's very kind of you. Hope, wherever you are in the world, whether it's day or night, that you're having a great day. Ooh. Just adding a little bit more to this ground level. Here we go. And up through there. Keep splicing across into this white. Can't get enough white in this picture. There's more in the background than you'd expect. I've done the whole thing pretty blue so far, but there's a lot more white to come. And I'm not afraid to add it into this. Hello, Chad. You're a fan of this one? That's good. I'm not afraid to add those colours into the dog either. Start building up a bit of that background into our star character. There we go. Don't overdo it, obviously, but a little bit. Here we are. We'll splice this down here a little bit. Lovely. And some lines coming across here. Beautiful. There we are. Where else are we going to go? Just down here. Down here? Down here. There we are. Perfect. Just need that context around that dog. It's funny how the dog takes more form when you spend time adding into the background and building that up. Because suddenly the background complements the dog. You start thinking, oh, but I want the dog stick out more. I'll work more on the dog. I'll work more on the dog. And sometimes the thing that always needed to work was the one thing you didn't touch. That background. Waiting for context. There we go. There we go. Did you go to the Women's World Cup, Serena? I did not. I did not. But I watched a match. It was was it Sweden versus Australia? I think it was Sweden versus Australia. There we go. And get a little bit of light in here. And this one here goes up the dog's side a little bit, so we're going to capture that. There we go. Oh, don't be like that. Come on. There we go. Alrighty. Get that deep blue. Payne's grey, splice it a little bit. Let it creep around the edges, then down through here, and up over here. There we go. Some more of this. There we go. Right. Righty tighty. Keep that transparency gel coming into it. Keep dancing over. And then down in here somewhat. Just a little bit down in here. There we go. And over here. Right the way around the edge? Yes, indeed. Alright, where are we going next? Just getting those blues more intense in this background. There we So I want to do an original. Not sure what I'm gonna get all. Not sure what I'm gonna get all 4 Great Danes in the perfect pose. That's pretty funny. So if you want to do that, if you've got a picture that you like of each Great Dane, I can splice them together. I can use Photoshop and do a pretty job getting them all in the same picture. So you don't have to wait for the perfect photo, but I like that you've got the intentions to. That is commendable in all the ways. Yeah. Sometimes it is impossible. Sometimes it's just better to get as close as you can. So can you edit these 2 pictures together? There we go. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's one thing to get a photo of them all together, and it's another thing all together to get one that you're really, really happy with, that represents each one's personality. It's like, in that sense, sometimes it is just easier to, like I say, have a series of images that you go, alright, between these 4 images, he's definitely captured. Here we go. There we are. Alright, where to go next? A little bit of this. Yeah, with this. There we go. A little bit on that nose. And a little bit down there. They're all clowns? Deary me. Sounds like it'd be fun to paint. With ridiculous personalities. That's pretty funny. That's pretty fun. There we go. Then up in here, this one's going to come down to the ground. Is that paw coming into more context, sweeping out through that way. Beautiful. And then down in here too. And then this paw here. A little bit there. A little bit there. A little bit there. Beautiful. And then out over here. Oh yes, and then in here, ooh, a little bit of a paw showing up here. Okay, there we go. There we are. That can go in there. We're splicing a little bit of this white now. This can come up through here. Perfect. Not finished with the white though. And let's get that over in here a little bit more. We finished yet? And a little bit of this. Splice this together. This background does need some love. Through here. And up through here. Splice that. Splice that. Fantastic. That's fair enough. Let's see if we can thread the needle shade. There we go. Lower that down. there. There we go. Okay, so we're not quite finished this piece yet. There's a few more whites to go in there, and a few more of those steely blues and greys. We're going to swap the other one now, only because I want to keep those blues while they're still wet and apply them onto the next background, so there's that continuity. But this is getting pretty close. This is, let me see it there. Yeah, see, we're getting pretty close there. That's how I sort of want it to feel. I want the background to creep through the dog's chest here as well, so you get to feel like it's not a matter of a dog on top of a background. There's this continuity through the entire picture. And yeah, there's a muscly aspect to it. The one thing I'll have to do a little bit of work on here is you can actually see the dog's got two tails. One up here and one down here. It doesn't actually have two tails. This is the real tail. There's a tree in the background coming up here, and I've represented that with a hue of deep red, which matches the dog's. So the optical illusion that occurs is the dog has two tails. So I'll swap the tree to a dark green. I'll add some dark green down here for these shrubs. That'll change that feel. Even though it looks like the dog does have a wagging tail, which I kind of like, but we'll change that feel. And then a couple of streaks through here, maybe the Indian ink, we'll see how we go. And like I say, those muted, steely colours in the sky, just to make it feel a little separate from this icy, intense cerulean down here by the feet. That's the plan. Fun picture. Spin around there to face you. Woohoo! You can see the textures on it too, if I get to catch the light right as well, which makes it a bit of fun. Anyway, down with this one and up with our other one. There we go. There we go, there we go, there we go. Where are you hiding? Over here. There we go. And up we go. Mango, you're a fan of dogs. That's exciting. Well, it's good to have you here, Mango. We're moving on to another dog pick. Get this here, pull this up here, tighten this on here. There we go. Put this back over here a little bit. And now on to our next dog. This one's got stacks of vermilion in the background too. Not vermilion, sorry. Stacks of cerulean. I'm like, wasn't vermilion? What's the name of the colour? Cerulean. Stacks of cerulean. That's what we're up to. Yeah. Okay. I think a guy innocently painting in his studio is the least of their worries. Right, a little bit of this. Perfect. Put that up there. Now, let's continue here. Alrighty, tatty, tatty. Much of this as I can get. Refreshing. Reminds me of The Devil Wears Prada. It's fun. That is fun. I never watched the movie, actually. Should I? That's shocking of me. Should I have watched that movie? The Devil Wears Prada? There we go. You need to? Alright, so that makes two of us. Two of us haven't seen the movie. Yes, and you'll understand what I mean. Alright. Devil Wears Prada, here we come. Alright, how we doing here? Splicing these colours into quite a hefty amount of saturation. I might just actually get a little bit wild with a bit of this. Put it into the face here. Just a few little touches. I'd be like, no, don't do it, Sid. Trust me, it'll be fine. There we go. There we go. And then through here. Then through here. Perfect. Splice it into here. And up on this line through here. That's what I'm talking about. Just there. Coming out around here. Ting. I'll send pictures of my 4 crazy Danes kids and see what we can do on a custom piece. Absolutely. So, don't expect a reply though, as soon as I come off this live. Got a few pictures I'm still editing for a lovely gentleman of a garden. And it's looking fantastic. They're just looking so cool. When you see the final picture of this garden that we work on, I just need you to know that there's several additions that we've gone through. In the act of finding the perfect one, the goal is to get the perfect one. And so when you see it, understand that this is the one, this is the good one. The positioning of the animals, the florage, what's flowering and how it flowers. Beautiful. It's gonna just be beautiful. So watch the space. But I have to leap into that straight after this live. I've literally got it sitting open on a laptop. But, I'm pretty excited by that. Let me get it. It's become like a little passion of mine to like go right. I want to get this 100% right, not just a little bit right, really right. There we go. Not a Christian movie, but it's decent. All right, it's exciting. There we go. See that turquoise in here. Slightly greener than that blue colour, which is okay. It's allowed to be. So there's another dimension in here. Jason, hello. How you doing? How are you doing? There we go. All the way around the edges. Do I have some white I can call on? I do not. I want some white. Smoky Mountains. I've been to the Smoky Mountains once. I loved that place. The Smoky Mountains. They actually, I remember standing there at them and looking out over those mountains and thinking to myself, this is exactly like the wallpaper. Like it's, it was just incredible. So Mac used to have a Smoky Mountains wallpaper. I used to have it as my background, just layers of mountains, after layers of mountains, after layers of mountains. And then I went to see it. And I thought, this is exactly it. Tennessee. Did I go to Dollywood? I didn't go to Dollywood. I don't know what Dollywood is, but it sounds quite exciting. There we go. A little bit through there. A little bit down there. There we go. Come down this dog's coat there. Okay. Okay. And we're just going to keep on building out a few of these facial features too. go. Up in here a little bit. Perfect. 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 It's in the Smoky Mountains, Dolly Parton's theme park. Did you go Dixie Stampede? I did not, but the name itself sounds so intriguing, I feel like I should go. That sounds like it's right up my alley. Dixie Stampede. Let's go up the top here. There we go. Lovely. 10 minutes from Dollywood. We hear the steam train every day. That's wild. We have a few trains here in New Zealand, not a lot. We don't do it quite like the US. I think we just don't have those great distances to cover. That's where the US trains become so phenomenal. Ooh, where else are we going to go? Bear's got some. Bear's got some. There we go. Love it. Mason Moore's enjoying it. That's good. That's good. Let me see. Where else do we want some of this to go? Here we go. There we go. Beautiful. Right the way to that edge. Okay. Right, next thing we need is a whole bunch of transparency gel, which I don't have on this one. I do not have on this one. So I'll put that one down. Put down this brush for now. I'll spend a little bit more on this, just to see how it comes out. Beautiful. Okay. Yeah, I need that gloss gel. That's the next thing I need. So let's take you down. Down you come. Unless, nah, it needs some time to dry. It's too thick right now, too thick. Down you come. Go right here. And then we're going to bring back, hello from Kazakhstan, welcome. Good to have you here. And let's see if we can find our, crazy. There we go. We'll be dry here now. We can bring back this one. We've came full circle. Just go around behind me like that. There we go. Bring you here. There we go. Perfect. That's all sorted. Coming up here. Where did I get that easel? I've been asked that before. This easel is just a regular one. I like it because it can pack up so small. It's really, really good to have an easel that can crush down. Reason being that allows you to have a lot more control over the the ability to travel with your art rather than just being stuck in one place the whole time. More flexibility. Now let's flick that there. Hello from Canada. Ended up breaking it. Here we go. There we are. I'm back. Right. We lost visual briefly, but now we can communicate once again. Positive. Okay. Okay. What is the medium? The medium here that we're using is acrylics, but we're splicing it a lot. We do sell these. I do sell these. There's currently no originals available. If you want to get one, you've got to commission an original, link on the website. And then there's prints. A print dropped today, it's pretty exciting. And another print, the Africa print, the elephant, that we're also wildly excited about, is coming out in 8 days, I think. I need to check. 8 days? I think 8 days. My memory does not quite serve. This one, Mason, is not finished, so it's very, very hard to say because depending on how it finishes with the coat, the paint on it, we may decide to do a really, really large, thick frame, which affects the actual cost of the frame itself and shipping, or we might go very, very thin, or wildcard, no frame at all. We just don't know these things yet. We'll have to find out. In terms of originals though, it varies drastically because you've got things like shipping, you've got size. It's very hard to say it costs this much because factors, right? So size is usually a big one because that'll affect both the artist's time and the shipping costs. The typical size I'll work to, the smallest size, is 24 by 34 inches. That's my dream size. And the reason I like that size is, as it stands in front of you, it's a very, very nice one to work on. And then once you go to this size, it's a real, you're battling a little bit. And I say battling in a positive way. So, I mean, you've got a big canvas to work over, pockets to get lost in. This corner here is so wildly different to what's occurring in that corner there because they're not beside each other. So far away and the colours run out in between. And so it's almost like two separate different pieces of artwork in each corner. Big fan. Ivan, I will see you later. Lot of equations. Equations? Well, yeah, a little bit. But if you just think on a very basic level, it being made by a human, with the paint on a tray, the paint gradually runs out as you move across, and then you swap the colour, or as you mix new colours, the colour palette changes. And so, as your eyes move across this work, just to take this one for example, the actual colour of dark sienna, or the colour of that pastel yellow, alters 3 times over the course of the image. Just as we get more and we splice it differently, smaller artworks don't get that fun little bit of personality, but the bigger ones, this size, do. That's when you start to see many different hues of the same colour coming out as you refill it, resplice it, and re-add it. So, big fan of that. Okay. Where are we going to go with this next little set of colours? Thanks, Chad. I appreciate you. Now, where are we going to go? And hello, Santiago! Welcome back to the stream. I swear I've done some painting. I just have to, I'm just figuring this one out right now, Santiago. We have to try and figure out what the next colour is going to be. See, it's in a funny place right now, guys. We could continue just grabbing random colours, but we want we run the risk of making it seem like too much. We don't want that. The attention needs to be on this giant rooster tail, and we're finding the last finishing touches. The most beautiful part of this whole painting, is up here. I love this little bit right here between the tree and the rooster tail. That's just everything this whole painting wants to be. That's beautiful. Thanks, Santiago. So we just need to figure out now, though, what... Oh, that was cute. Thanks, A. Appreciate you. What we're going to do is the finishing touches. And maybe some dark greens need to be re-added with a transparent style. Maybe through here. Maybe a little on our man here. Dark greens and dark blues, dare I say it? Yeah, I suppose so. Will that work? I think they will. And the beauty of it here too is a lot of this surface is completely covered in paint. But if I look right in here at our rider, right there, almost where his heart is, there's no paint. Wild. It's just been that colour since the start, which I think is kind of fun. Elizabeth, what are you doing back here? You could do, Lisa, you could add red, but part of the fun of this one is that the red in it is very, very subtle. So there is red that occurs. There's a slash here, there's a slash through here, and there's 2 dots here, and then 4 more here. Now the subtlety in the reds as an underlying layer is part of the beauty of this piece. We want to start maximising that final set, and the final set is going to be, those yellows, a little bit of white, and those pastel blues. Elizabeth, are you a bit of a comedian, are you? She's come here, she was told the stream was hilarious. And she's getting new content. Let's have a little look-see here. Okay. We've got a good plan. The key to it now is just to initiate it. Okay. Right, let's get... Here we are. A little bit of this, and then where is that? More muted. There we go. And both these ones get spliced with a little bit of black. I actually just reposted the videos I posted. So you just repost your posts. That's exciting. Muy bien. Good to have you here. I like the language. I don't understand it, but it's good to have it here. Also, what was I going to say? Let me get my trail of thought back. Jeepers, where did it go? Of like Pedro Pascal? Oh, I see. See. Alright, I'm going to come onto this colour palette in just a second. Tiny little blobs. See how they're quite dark there? And that paste in the middle there, that's our transparency paste. We're going to grab a smaller brush. The size is perfect. Exactly what we're after. I'm going to rinse off this one because this stuff's going to dry on it really fast. Get me back in just a second. Un momento. Just need to make sure he doesn't get to 100k. It's pretty rough. Just having a little bit of hot chocolate. I know him from my farm as a kid. I knew him as a kid. I did know him. I've known him all my life. But he wasn't from my farm, no. He was from a different area altogether. But his farm was where my family used to like going fishing. So we'd see him on the regular. Yeah, so I got a fresh new soda stream bottle and a little hot chocolate. With just a teeny tiny bit of coffee in it. That's the plan. We had this picture, which was a farmer picture of a man named Marcus. And it's a lovely picture, and Steve was interested in it, and it's gone to the farmer's daughter, which is lovely. And unfortunately, that means Steve doesn't get it, but it does mean that it has quite a poetic story. It's going to someone who's going to love it, and it has a lot of meaning. So that's special. Right, this paintbrush has been washed, but I think we're going to go for the smaller one. Click my back a little bit. Thanks for the fire, Elizabeth. Give me a couple of days. We're going to together. Yeah, that's all good, Chad. Totally fine. Thanks for sharing your creative process. Ren, that's absolutely fantastic. I really appreciate that. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. It's an absolute pleasure to be here. Now, next colour off the ranks. Deep, deep Payne's Grey. Combining it in with a little bit of this transparency gel. And the goal here is to start not representing the character, but providing depth to the character. You see, the character doesn't need to be represented in this. Doesn't need representation, because what occurs here is this giant rooster tail and this water, that's what represents this person. Not the actual character themselves. They're irrelevant. I mean, they're here, they're causing it to happen. But we don't know this character's name, and we don't need to. In this story, in this moment, we just need to see the result this character's caused. See, this one holds a very different message to the likes of, say, Mahalo. On Mahalo, there was no action being there was no human causing the wave that was happening, and a human was riding it. So that was a sensation of riding a wave. Whereas with this one, the human's actually creating the wave. And so we've gone to the effort of making the human irrelevant. And through the human's irrelevance, we can focus on what the human's made. That's the tactic here. Hello, Pablo. How are we doing? How are we doing? And the thing I like most about this picture too, the wild card in this picture, is that moments after this picture's taken, moments after, and I'm not talking minutes, I'm not talking days or hours, I'm talking moments. In a brief series of moments later, this whole thing will be flat again, and it will be gone, and we'll be back to a flat, calm lake. And the skier will be gone far in the distance, and the giant rooster tail he caused will be back settled into the water that was here. And so we're watching a very, very transient moment. I think aside from the movement, the other thing we're trying to get here is that ephemeral nature, ephemeral being fleeting, like a butterfly wing. There one moment, and glistening off and disappearing the next. Yet it looks so intense, so powerful in this one moment. Moments later, it'll be nothing. It'll be gone. And that's where painting can get quite beautiful, because we can capture this moment, like the camera's done, but then we can really embody it. Not just a frozen moment like a camera can get, but we can embellish it, increase the feelings of this moment. That's what we're trying to do here. Merry Halloween. Thank you. Is it the wrong month? I think it's the wrong month. Yeah. There we go. I think we're still in August here. Here we go. But if you celebrate early, good for you. Here we are. Watty-tatty. Elizabeth likes Halloween. And Elizabeth, it's just a shirt from an op shop. Which is lucky because I've made a bit of a mess of it. See, I've got paint all over my tummy. So it did not survive very well. But that's okay. It was not as clean as I hoped to be. Yeah. Sorry guys. Shouldn't be this scruffy when I come on live, but look. It's a shirt. It was a white shirt kind of day. It's a Monday. And on this Monday, I'm going to wear a slightly scruffy shirt. Don't worry. It won't be long before I chuck back on some of those dress clothes. Keep going. And it's certainly not affecting our painting today because we are landing some absolutely brilliant shots on this canvas. Board, sorry. We're working on board. My apologies. My neck okay? Why is that there, Steve? My crane... Oh, clicking it a wee bit. Yeah, I do tend to arch over a little bit, Steve, so I've got to try and keep stretching. Keep moving, keep stretching. There we go. Do you celebrate Halloween in New Zealand? Yes, indeed we do. I don't personally, not so much. But I'll tell you what. Halloween special is that might be fun. A Halloween special. Who here is part of the I don't know if anyone will be, but the Art of Painting broadcast. We did a really special painting in July, the Alexander the Great Pig. maybe we do an October painting for a Halloween special. That sounds pretty fun actually. Maybe we do. Here we go. You should do some fall paintings. Well, I guess you could imagine this is a fall painting. He's like tilting over, so you can imagine he's falling over. Is that what you mean? Here we go. There we are. Like seasonal fall. Oh! Like you fall over once a season? No, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I'm on board. I think that's a pretty cool idea. I'd like to do some of Maine. I was talking to a gentleman about doing some shots of fall in New England. We didn't end up going ahead on it, unfortunately, but he ended up going through some personal things, and so we had to call it off for a while. I don't think we'll return, but the idea of doing a image of fall, landscapes and things like that, phenomenal, really special. Here we go. Splice that there a little bit, and we've got our deep dark night. I can see paradise by the dashboard lights. Ain't no doubt about it. Meatloaf, what an artist. What a pleasure to be able to listen to artists like Meatloaf as well. Paradise by the Dashboard Lights too. It's one of my favourite songs. There we are. Now, let's chuck a little bit more through here and over here. Where else are we going? Down through here. Now we're talking to it. Perfect. I think our skier is taking up a lot of context here. Here for the special Gower discount. The special Gower discount? What? What is it? How can I help? Tell me. I've got you. I've got you sorted. Oh. Just clicking that back. Must be the Monday, guys. Must be Monday. I'm gonna loosen up for the rest of the week. Who's with me? He's too tight. He's too tight. I need to go to the gym, and rather than working out, we're just gonna stretch. Walk, limber up. I should have done it first thing in the morning, guys. It was really lazy of me. I did prefer doing some photoshopping and emailing instead. No, Elizabeth, we're so glad to have you back here. Why are you leaving again? Come on, why you be like this? Get out of here. You shouldn't have come back. Go get some sleep. Native Ben, if you want workout routine videos, best place to go is to YouTube. And watch someone else who's an expert on it. I'm your guy for painting. I can show you all the ins and outs, the hows and whys to make art, how to feel about art, and how to be a better version of yourself through art. But for everything else, go to an expert. There's plenty of them. Plenty of them. You have a 13-hour drive tomorrow. Wow. Wow. I have a 3-hour drive tomorrow. So, that's my plan. You're in New Zealand, right? How much would you recommend people coming to travel and explore? I'd recommend a lot. New Zealand's a fantastic place. And thanks, WM Hathers. New Zealand's a fantastic place. I'm not really doing it much justice at the moment because I'm drinking instant coffee, but we do great coffee here. And even added hot chocolate to it. What else? We do fantastic hikes. We've got fantastic beaches. We've got lovely people. We've got... you go to the South Island for the most incredible scenery, but it's very spread out. So if you don't mind things being spread out, but you love scenery, South Island's your place. And if you prefer everything to be closer, then you're talking about the North Island. So, the North Island. Indeed. Here we go. Let's dance around here just a little bit. Ain't no doubt about it. Dun 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 dun. She was only 17 and I was dun. Well, come here, you little colour. That's the one. Maybe that's because I've got 2 of these. Vivid lime green. Good. That's what we're after. Love Queenstown and Mount Cook. Solid from Steve. Yes, indeed. And you're drinking coffee right now, Elizabeth? No, you're not. You should be going to bed. We've talked about this. We have talked about this. Ain't no doubt about it. Dun-dun-dun-dun. There we go. Now we're splashing around a few of these. There we go. Little spots of green. Little spots of green. There we are. Down here a little bit. And up around here. And coffee has lots of caffeine. I'm trying to stay up and watch. Oh no. I was having you on, Elizabeth. I was kidding. My preference is you get a good night's sleep and attack tomorrow with vigor. It's only Monday, and we're in for a long week too. We're in for a long week of lots of crazy layers cascading over each other. So your responsibility, if any, is to make sure you're ready for it. Sleep like a champion. The temptation is to hang around, Elizabeth. Don't. You're wasting your time. I'm literally just going to be here dabbing on this painting, building it up, piece by piece, coat by coat, layer by layer. Here we are. She was only 17 and I done. Ain't no doubt about it. There we are. And then you're going to come on down here. Beautiful. Probably too intense there actually. Let's splice that back into the blues. Let's get serious about that. Beautiful. Payne's Grey, which is somewhat blue. It's called Payne's Grey, but it feels more bluey, guys. Here we go. Do you actually go by Seb? Yes, I do. I go by Sebastian. Well, I go by Seb. Sebastian's the full name. So if you're trying to tell me off, Sebastian's a great place to start. But if you're just trying to say hello, hi Seb, is totally fine. The most appropriate, in fact. Here we are. And just chuck a bit more up in here. There we go. And then over the shoulder a little bit. Glove. And glove. Ooh, yes. Oh. Yes, indeed. What time is it here now? 3:45 on a Monday, team. You're watching me at 3:45 on a Monday. Here in New Zealand. Fantastic time. Ain't no doubt about it. And I'll be here for another... How much longer will he be here for? You know I hate putting times on this. But if I was to guess, maybe in an hour 15. There we go. Before going to bed, checking to see if there are any more spots on the white tee. We've got that big red-green patch there, and we've got a little bit of yellow here, and we've got a little bit of here. I don't think any of it's new though. I think I had a particularly bad day a while ago and made a proper mess. I only asked because I found out some time zones are only half hour forward or behind. Yeah. Well, this one here is in the middle of the South Pacific, in the middle of nowhere. It's like the rest of the world would have made countries in the north and took all the continents with them and didn't tell us about it. And so we, down here doing our own thing. So we're on the GMT for the time zones. We are plus 13 hours. And the whole of New Zealand gets the same time. Because we're so small. Whereas Australia, you can go through about 5 or 6 time zones. See you, Mason. Thanks for popping on in, mate. I'll catch you later. This is not a commission, Steve, but it is on hold. So there is the possibility that someone's going to take this one. So when it's finished, they are going to have a look at the final product. And I say this first because don't lock in a painting before you get to see what its completed result looks like. So this one here, its final result, show to the client, and we'll see what they think. And if they love it, then it'll be theirs. And if they hate it, or decide that the colour palette isn't quite what they expected, doesn't quite suit their house, then it'll become available to everyone else, unless someone else grabs it first. What happened, JB? Germany right now? Great, Seb, wishing you all the best for a great... Oh, sorry, Jay, I missed your goodbye there. I'll see you later, Jay. Thanks for jumping on in. all the best, and plans for the rest of the day. So, I am going to be... I'm going to do some stretching to loosen up, because that's clearly necessary right now. So I'm trying to, like, arcing over the whole time. And then I'm going to be doing some more emails. I've got some pictures of a garden that I need to finish editing as we choose the finest one to step forward on. And then, what else have I got going on? Couple more emails to reply to. There we go. Cheers, Steve. I appreciate that. Here we go. But this one's quite a fun one. So if this one stays in my possession, I'll be happy. And after I lost Alexander, I'm running a little low on paintings again. And it'll be pretty cool to have a couple stay with me. There we go. Sounds fun? Too right, it sounds fun. It's a Monday. We're going to have fun on a Monday. How many people actually wake up on a Monday too and feel invigorated to pursue whatever it is they want to do? Or are we waking up exasperated, thinking, another day, another week, more junk? It doesn't have to be like that. You wake up with a real spring in your step, a real bout of happiness that you'd like to share. I think we all have the ability to do that. We just might not be in the right environment yet. Good. Victoria's waking up happy every Monday. See, now we're off to a good start. There we go. A little bit more of that in there. That goes to there. That goes to there. That goes to there. Alright, where else are we going to go in here? Perfect. Perfect. My name means happy in Hebrew. Alright, that's exciting. I'm glad. Here we go. Perfect. Going on down here. Alright. How are we doing? I think, for the most part, this might be what completion looks like for us, team. But let's see. Because we need to sit with the painting for a while. Make sure that I'm feeling like it looks pretty promising. You're out of here. Well, you're well timed because I'm probably going to pause there too. I think we've got, I was going to say another, whenever I do this I give a time and then we end up finishing a little bit earlier. Or, no, I need to get more of that gel on my tail end of it. Do I have enough here? Let's see. Let's see how much I have, and maybe we can make this work. Okay. we've got a little bit left. Just a little bit. And then we're all out. Thanks, Ethan, I appreciate that. And I need to go buy some more. Because for some reason, I let myself completely run out. Usually I have about 5 litres of this stuff. And time ticked by, until there was none left. Need another bottle. Yeah. That wasn't me. That wasn't you. You don't love the colours? Don't be so mean. Alright, let's get that spliced in here. There we go. Lovely. And I mean that noise. Ah. Now I'm following. There we go. There we are. Cross that arm there a little bit. And there a little bit. Now we're talking to it. Perfect. Jeebus. I'm not sure if I'm more coming than Bob Ross. You get a little bit out of control here sometimes. But, I'll take the compliment. It's very, very sweet of you. Here we are. Just dealing with a few little drops around here. Where else are we going to go with it? Just up in here a teeny tiny bit. And then down. Across there. Where else? Just through here. Coming all the way down. Now we're talking to it. Just in here. Little bits of this transparent gel having a massive impact on the shadows through here. Beautiful. Lovely. Then through here as well. And through here. Where else are we going to go? Down here. Oh yeah. There's the explanation. Sorry, Ethan, I missed it. You had an explanation. I didn't look out fast enough. The wheel of time continued to move, and I missed it. Don't worry, not worth it. Oh, Ethan. So hard on yourself. There we go. Now we're talking to it. Transparent lines galore. There we go. Hey Raylan, how are we doing? You got a 4.5 thousand words assignment handed in today. Wild. It was rough. Jeebus. There we go. Dragging these out across here. And across the top here. use that as more muted tones. Definitely that impact of really bringing parts of it back down to the ground, but allowing those little bits of blue and yellow to really pop in amongst what would just be, we just want a little bit of regular tone, regular change, a little bit more muted. To allow those other colours to pop. Here we go. We're running out. We are running out fast. Is this a lake, Charlie? Yes, it is. I really like it. It makes me... Oh, thanks, John. I appreciate you. And what's the smartest things you used as colour palette? I used a jandle one time. That was just a little bit silly. I had no other choice. There was a horse. There was me wielding a jandle. And there was a painting of an Australian runner. What a wild situation. Did you study before you started doing art? Did I study before I started doing art? That's a good question. Ooh. Trying to register the question here. Yes, I did. I did fine arts at university. And then I ended with a degree in art history and philosophy while taking up some papers at a polytech. So that was wild. Thoroughly enjoyed myself. But if you want the full details, the link's in the bio for all of that. Here we go. Sociology, psychology, and English. Lift the wheels. There we go. There we go. Almost there. Out to the edge. Perfect. Alright, team. That's the end of this little paint palette. Maybe a little bit more there. Are we going to add it? Yeah, we'll see a couple of spots in there. There we go. See that slope on it. Beautiful. Fantastic. And we pause there. Temptation to continue. Hold off. Yeah. It's a good place. We'll pause there. We'll pause there. Guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. We can start to see more clearly now a water skier, but like I say, the definition we want there wants to be very, very muted. The challenge of seeing him is part of the beauty there. And the actual beauty wants to come from that fishtail coming up there, the energy of it. And there's quite a lot of definition through this part as you see the darkness between those two areas catch. And then there's the shadow that's cast this way and the shadow that's cast this way, both from the wave itself and the person, because the sun is sitting down there behind the trees. So there's the fun we've had. All right. What time of day? It is 4 o'clock. So, pretty exciting. I did get paint on my shirt. Messy shirt. Tut tut. Alright guys, thanks for joining me, and we'll be back tomorrow. Looking forward to it. Alright guys, wherever you are in the world, have a good day, good night, and I'll catch you later. Bye now.